Hey, music fans, of course, in particular, rock fans, welcome to the Musical People and Journeys show, MPJ. This is a single album review. It's taken from our main show, where we review a whole bunch of albums, and this month is pretty exciting. We've got the likes of Kasabian, Five Finger Death Punch, Machine Head, Panic at the Disco, Silver Sun Pickups, Muse, and I promise you some really cool surprises of bands that you've never heard of, because it's all part of the journey. So please go and check out our YouTube channel if you enjoy the show, and check out more reviews, and of course the old YouTube plea. Please like and subscribe, and please enjoy. Thanks very much. Well, next on stage we have Nordic Union and Animalistic. Did it drive us wild? Did it turn us into Howling at the Moon with their rock? Let's find out. Let's first go to the pussycat of the team, Dave.
Great effort, I thought. This one, really enjoyed it. Some real good guitar moments. Definitely had me breaking the air guitar out. Some brilliant tunes. Scream was a personal favourite of mine. Definitely going to be on a playlist, that's for sure. Personally, I wasn't a fan of the vocals overall. I did find them start to grate on me a little bit towards the end. And this isn't normally my sort of taste when it comes to rock, but I really did enjoy it and really would listen to this again.
Why do you think? Why do you think it was differential from like for example, it's a similar kind of musical style to say White Spirit, but more kind of obviously a lot more kind of fresher and modern. What do you think then that made you would enjoy this album more than say a generic kind of, well, I'd call it dad rock if you like, but
I don't know. I think sometimes it comes down to because I play guitar. I think sometimes if there is stuff within the guitar playing that I find interesting to listen to, and it sort of inspires me to sort of go off and learn certain things, play certain type of things, then it draws me into the album more. So it's not something that I could necessarily pick out and sort of say to other people, "Oh, you might enjoy this," because it's something that's a bit more kind of personal, I guess.
So you actually play the guitar, do you? Any good?
I do. Well, play, I would use that in the loosest term possible, but yeah, I attempt.
Do you play in a band?
I don't know.
Have you ever been tempted to play in a band?
I've been tempted to play in a band, but I would suffer from the worst stage fright possible. That I just wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, so if you had to play a guitar riff, your most enjoyable guitar riff, what would it be?
Probably anything Guns N' Roses, really.
I knew you were going to say that.
So
yeah, but that's what inspired me to learn to play guitar in the first place.
Obviously, you struggle with obviously a little bit of stage fright and panic. So we need to get over that. So here's a challenge on the next podcast, Dave. On the next podcast, I want you to give us a little bit of Guns N' Roses on your guitar. Do you accept that challenge?
Yeah.
You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to.
I don't know about that.
Come on. I mean, listen, our 30 viewers have gone mad for it.
No, I'll think about it.
Yeah. Can I just ask, if he said he's got stage fright and whatnot, and it's good. I love the challenge, but I mean, let's ease him in.
Yeah.
Can you just hiss with a bit of Sweet Child of Mine riff? Is that opening riff? Is that all right?
I can say that. That's probably one of the first things I learned.
Yeah, come on, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Cool. We'll do it. Well, we'll record. We'll do it. Let's go. It's a rock show, and you play the guitar. Let's go on. Okay, so moving swiftly on. Trish, did you go mad? Did it turn you into some wild animalistic for Nordic Union?
Well, I was expecting a power metal album with the title of the band, but what I got instead was metal, but a heavy riff-driven album. And yes, I was nodding my head along with approval to these heavier songs like The Rock Chick I Am. This album hit all of my sweet spots. No other words to say apart from awesome rockiness of an album.
So Ian, mate, talk to me. Nordic Union. Did you want to get into bed as in a union with the Nordic guys? They're probably not even Nordic now. We'll wait for the historian to tell us everything.
I definitely wanted to get animalistic with them. That's for sure, 100%. I describe this as gripping, throbbing power metal. This one, I'm along the same line as Trish there, and as Dave as well. I really enjoyed just the chord structures, the energy that they brought. I am going to absolutely name drop here for a very, very obvious reason. That power metal, that beautiful like riff and the hard guitar work is beautiful to listen to, but I found this quite generic. So from a genre, I really like the album, but I didn't find that there was enough personality of that band and themselves in there. I don't know how long they've been about, so I don't know if they're new, if they've been around for a while and they haven't found where they are. But I'm going to compare that to the likes of Battle Beast. Of course, I'm going to mention Battle Beast, and similar in genre, but Battle Beast know who they are. They are amazing producers. They experiment and sample with all kinds of musical sounds and so forth. And I think that's what gives the difference between a really good power metal band like this, but a band that really knows where they are. So on genre, I would have given it a 5, but I'm not going to say what I've given it, and I want to explain why I really liked it.
That. Yeah, thanks.
Well,
not giving the don't give your awards. I appreciate that. That would have been out of order.
Yeah.
Paul, Nordic Union historian, come to the fro. Tell us all about the.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna challenge Ian. I'm gonna challenge Ian to go back and listen to that album, because for me, Nordic Union is a collaborative, melodic, heavy rock album, and not a power album, between Danish vocalist Ronnie Atkins of Pretty Maidens and multi-instrumentalist Eric Martinson of Eclipse. Since Atkins received his stage 4 lung cancer diagnosis, he hasn't been moping around, having released 2 solo albums, as well as touring with his solo band and hitting the summer festival circuit as one of the singers with Advantasia. You've got to admire the man's rock balls. They're made of steel forged from the hammer of Thor. Little is known of Thomas Larsson outside of Sweden, but his guitar work on some of these tracks is such that I think he's a name to watch out for. The opening track, On This Day I Fight, is probably Atkins taking his take on his fight against cancer. And there are a number of tracks where he lays his feelings and soul on the altar of the gods. This is a fine record, even if you don't have sympathy for Atkins. There are elements of power metal, but it is clearly reined in, and melodic on this album is more atmospheric than producing a ballad here and there. The guitar solos I found superb, and the driving beat will turn an approving nod into a full-on head-banging session. This has to be, for me, one of the best albums of the year. Wow.
Okay. I agree. I think that I think Ian. I think they know where they're at. I just don't think you quite know where they're at.
Do you know what? I agree with you. Listening to Paul, I think that's fair. I don't like it, but I think it's fair.
I agree. I wouldn't put them in a power metal. I think there are elements of power metal there, but I think it's reined in. And so maybe you're kind of expecting it to go more power metal, and they don't. They rein that into a more melodic, heavy rock album. And yeah, for me, oh boy, when something hits your speech. I asked a question, Dave, because it is a really difficult one to answer. When actually you don't quite know why. You don't quite know why this sounds better than a similar sort of that genre of an album. Why is it? Is it the singing? Is it the musicality? But it just hit my sweet. I mean, I got really excited when I first listened to it. And I said, Trish, I'm telling you, Nordic Union, it could be the album of the stage, because for me, it just whacked my sweet spot. And there's certain, maybe 1 or 2 songs will get onto my overall kind of playlist. 4 songs from this album. 4 songs, which was Riot, If I Could Fly, This Means War, and King for the Day. But for me, a great album is when you say, I'm happy to listen to the whole album again and again, and the whole tracks are fantastic on it. It was my sweet spot. It was a wonderfully brilliant, vocally brilliant. I think I hit my sweet spot. The melodies and the combination, the actual setup of it all just worked. Everything works for me on this album. It is absolutely terrific. Stage 4 lung cancer. That's early stage or late stage. That sounds quite.
That's terminal, Nige. Yeah. That's terminal.
Wow. What a way to go out, if he's going to go, then boy, oh boy, this is going to stand up the test of time. And I will rave about this album for a while, which is fantastic. Right, okay. Nordic Union. I sense something brewing. Or will it? Will it make the Magic 20? Will it get to that Hall of Fame? Dave?
3 out of 5 for me.
3.
3.5. Sorry, 3.5.
3.5. All right, I'll let you off.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Trish.
Yeah, and
go on, sorry, Dave.
I was going to add, this definitely can't be a power metal album because I actually enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, there's a litmus test there for you, Ian. Definitely not power metal. Otherwise, it'd been a 1 or a 2. But there we go. Trish.
5
from Trish. 5 from Trish. Ian.
Absolutely, this is definitely power rock. It's not power metal. You're absolutely right. And what I like is the fact that I'm big enough and man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No. This is what the show's about, isn't it? So, yeah.
I got If I Could Fly and Riot down. Riot, I thought was amazing song. I did have it a 3 or 5, but on this discussion now, I'm going to put that up to a 4.
A 4,
yeah.
Quality. Paul.
It's a 4.5 from me.
Oh, he's got the Volbeat barrier. I can't give it more than 4.5 because of Volbeat. Oh no! So
I don't think you're going to get over Volbeat, and so yeah.
I love it. It was the best thing since sliced bread. It was going to be the album of the year. 4.5 because I can't give it more than Volbeat.
I said one of the albums of the year, Nige.
Well, anyway, there we go.
Paul, you did actually say the best album of the year.
One of the albums of the year. You said.
You did say that.
You did say
yeah.
that. You said
it is, and a 4.5 for me is one of the albums of the year.
It's not. It's because it's a 4 because of Volbeat. You Volbeat sycophantic, you.
I'm dreading what he's going to be like at the concert. He's going to be beside himself.
Oh my God! He's been crying. He's going to be screaming.
I'm going to be in a Volbeat sandwich with you lot.
He's going to be like I was at Battle Beast.
I think you should reword that,
Trish. So Trish is looking forward to a Volbeat sandwich. Right, okay. Hey, you said it. It's a 5 from me. It's a 5 from me. Fantastic album. Absolutely loved it. Oh my God. This is, I think it's a 10, 8, 14 and a half, 18 and a half, 19, 22. Hall of Fame!
Yay!
Hall of Fame. Welcome. Mate, honestly, if you're going to go, then you know you're in the MPJ Hall of Fame, and Nordic Union will be forever singing your praises from that perspective as well.
That's got to be one of the highest ones as well, isn't it? 4.4, I think, was average. So.
Yeah, it's a 4.4. It's not quite beaten Volbeat yet. And that's Paul's thing, isn't it? He knew if he'd give it a 5, it might have topped the album, the Hall of Fame charts, and he couldn't possibly. He wouldn't live with himself.
Look, I've got to say, I've only given one album 5, and it wasn't Volbeat.
I know, it's Daughtry.
Yeah, so there we are, so...
Yeah. Anyway, do you know what? And I think there was elements of Daughtry's voice here. Some of the tracks were very kind of Daughtry vocals. That's good. Anyway, there we go. Right, okay. And that's your problem, because you regret not giving Volbeat a 5. You can't get over it. It's psychosomatic for you.
Nigel, as I said, I don't think you can get over Volbeat, not me.
Anyway, who Wow. Now we are a Hall of Fame. It's always a great delight to have somebody on the Hall of Fame. So, who is next? Let's go to the beach. We've got our pina coladas, maybe? No, it's not rock and roll, is it? Pina coladas. So, but there we go. Who is next on stage?